Ever feel like airports are messing with you on purpose? You walk in and instantly it feels off. The hallways curve strangely. Coffee shops are always just out of reach. You swear someone designed this place to confuse you or at least squeeze every dollar they can while you're half awake. Well, they did. In this video, we're pulling back the curtain on 15 sneaky tricks airlines and airports hope you never figure out. Not the usual get there early stuff. These are real hacks used by frequent flyers to save cash, skip headaches, and quietly beat the system. And the best part, you don't need points, perks, or a platinum card. Just a few smart moves, and suddenly you're flying like you've cracked the code. Oh, and make sure you stick around for tip 14 because it'll change the way you look at your suitcase wheels forever. Let's get into it. Music first up, a trick that feels almost too simple, but it actually works. Did you know Uber and Lyft charge extra just for picking you up at the airport? It's called an airport pickup fee, and depending on the airport, it can run you anywhere from $4 to $15 on top of whatever surge pricing is already happening. Add in traffic, confusion over pickup zones, and the joy of dragging your luggage through a parking garage, and before you know it, that cheap ride ain't so cheap. So, what do seasoned travelers do? They grab a hotel shuttle. Free, fast, and way less stressful. Most major airport hotels, Holiday Inn, Best Western Marriott, offer complimentary shuttles to and from the terminal. And here's the secret. No one checks if you're actually staying there. Just hop on the shuttle, ride it to the hotel, then order your Uber from there. No airport fee, no chaos. Usually a faster pickup, too. I've done this plenty of times. Landed at LAX, walked right onto a nearby hotel shuttle, ordered an Uber from the lobby, and it showed up in 2 minutes. Clean, calm, no $7 surprise fee tacked on. And there's another underrated perk. Safety. Some airport pickup zones are tucked into dark, sketchy corners of multi-level garages, but hotel lobbies, bright, monitored, easy to spot your ride. So, next time you fly, do a quick Google search for nearby hotels with free shuttles. It's one small detour that can save you money, time, and a whole lot of stress. And something tells me the airport doesn't exactly want you to know that. You know what kills the airport vibe faster than anything? That snaking, soul-sucking security line. You're still half asleep, clutching your boarding pass and wondering if your belt will be the one that sets off the alarm this time. But what if I told you you could skip that whole line without paying for TSA pre-check, without flying business class, without even flashing a fancy credit card? Some airports now let you reserve a free time slot to go through security. It's called Reserve Security or Express Lane, and it's like having a backstage pass without the price tag. The process is surprisingly simple. The night before your flight, go to the airport's website, pick a time window, say 9:15 to 9:30, and you'll get a QR code. When you show up, you scan it at a designated lane, breeze past the crowd, and go straight in. No guessing. No snaking through 20 zigzags of stanchions, just in airports like Orlando, Seattle, Amsterdam, London, Heath, they've all started rolling this out. And the wild thing, hardly anyone uses it. Why? Because they don't advertise it, which is exactly why it works. Think about it. If everybody knew, it wouldn't be fast anymore. So next time you're flying, just type your airport name plus reserve security time into Google. It takes 2 minutes to book and can save you 20 in line. That's 20 extra minutes for coffee, a bathroom break, or easily avoiding panic about missing your gate. It's free, it's easy, and it's exactly the kind of thing airports hope you don't figure out. Music. Here's a tiny trick that feels like a joke until you try it and breeze past a dozen people stuck in line. When most travelers walk into the security area, what do? They drift right. It's instinct. Especially in countries like the US where over 85% of people are right-handed. Without thinking, they follow the crowd and form a slow, clunky queue at the first few lanes. But if you stop for 2 seconds, scan the entire setup, and veer left, you'll usually find shorter lines, faster moving agents, and less chaos. I learned this the hard way. One morning at LAX, I followed the herd. 20-minute wait, grumpy people, trays everywhere. The guy behind me, he looked once, walked left, and was through in 5 minutes. I saw him sipping a latte at the gate before I even got my shoes back on. Since then, it's been my go-to move. Doesn't cost a thing. No app needed, just one smart turn. One more thing most people miss: the farthest lanes, especially ones partially hidden, tend to be even emptier. Most people stop at the first thing they see. Walk a few extra steps. Save yourself 10 extra minutes. If you've ever stood at the baggage carousel watching suitcase after suitcase go by, but not yours, you know that sinking feeling. You start asking yourself, did it miss the connection? Did they lose it? Is it in Bermuda? The reality: airlines misplace or delay millions of bags every year. And sure, they'll try to find yours, but their tracking systems, let's just say they're stuck somewhere around 2008. That's why seasoned travelers bring their own solution. They slip an Apple AirTag or Samsung Smart Tag into their suitcase, and from that moment, they're no longer guessing. They're watching it move live on their phone. I've seen people land at JFK, check their phone, and immediately know their bag's still in Atlanta. No need to wait in line. No filling out lost bag forms with fingers crossed. Just walk up to the desk, show the location, and they'll get it rerouted. Sometimes you'll even see your bag arrive at the carousel before you do. That's the kind of stress-free travel we all want. So, for about $30, you can skip the panic and take control. Because when it comes to your suitcase, the smartest move is to stop hoping the airline gets it right and start knowing for yourself. Ever noticed how the airport feels different the moment you clear security? The floor changes. The lighting shifts. Out of nowhere, there's a waft of fresh baked cookies. Except no one's baking anything. That's not a coincidence. It's by design. Airports are built to influence your behavior and, more importantly, your spending. The soft carpet after security, it's not for comfort. It's to slow you down. Studies show travelers move faster on hard floors, but when they hit the carpet, they subconsciously relax, linger, and start browsing shops. The lighting, bright and energizing around duty-free stores, dim and cozy near food courts. The goal is to nudge you subtly into buying what you don't need. And that smell of cinnamon buns or vanilla drifting through the terminal, often synthetic, pumped in to trigger nostalgia and appetite. Even the layout is strategic. Ever wondered why you're forced to walk through rows of expensive cologne and whiskey just to reach your gate? It's not poor planning, it's funneling. Airports design narrow one-way walkways that lead you straight past the most profitable stores. No shortcuts, no escape. Once you start noticing it, you can't unsee it. That relaxing post-security zone, it's not a break, it's a trap. So, next time you feel like grabbing an overpriced snack or that duty-free deal that ends today, take a second, breathe, ask yourself, am I hungry or just being played? Duty-free sounds like a great deal. No tax, airport exclusive, limited time offer, but don't let the label fool you. Just because it's duty-free doesn't mean it's cheaper. In fact, some things cost more than they do at your local store. Airports know you're in a spending mood, excited to start your trip or relieved you made it through security. That's when your brain is most vulnerable to impulse buying, and duty-free shops are built to take full advantage of that moment. Many products are bundled into airport-only sizes or gift packs, making price comparison harder. A bottle of perfume might look like a deal until you realize it's $20 cheaper at your local store. I've even seen candy boxes marked travel exclusive that cost more per ounce than regular ones at Target. Smart travelers do one simple thing. They check the price. Use your phone, scan the barcode, look it up on Amazon or Walmart before you buy. It takes 30 seconds and can save you a small fortune, especially on liquor, skincare, or tech. Bottom line, duty-free isn't always a scam, but it's definitely not always a bargain. Treat it like any other store. If the deal's real, it'll still be there after a quick price check. Music airlines are betting on one thing, that you'll pack too much and pay for it. Overweight fees, extra bag charges, last-minute check-in at the gate. It all adds up, but here's what they don't tell you. You can wear as much as you want. No one's charging you for that extra hoodie on your back or the second pair of sneakers on your feet. Savvy travelers turn this into a mini travel hack. Got a bulky coat? Layer it. Too many shirts? Stack them. I once saw a guy in Seattle board a flight looking like a walking thrift store. 3 jackets, 2 scarves, cargo pants stuffed like a filing cabinet. Did anyone stop him? Nope. He walked on without paying a cent. And once you're on the plane, just shed the layers. Stuff them under the seat, roll up a jacket as a pillow, or drape that giant sweater like a blanket. You're warm, comfy, and you just saved $40 on a check bag. So, if your carry-on's bursting at the seams, don't panic. Just wear the overflow. You'll look a little ridiculous, but your wallet will be fine. And hey, airport fashion is subjective anyway. There's always that moment, usually near the end of a trip, when your suitcase won't close. Souvenirs, snacks, that one just-in-case outfit you never wore, and next thing you know, you're playing luggage Tetris at the airport, hoping it zips. Here's how frequent flyers dodge the drama. They pack a foldable nylon bag. Cheap, light, and rolls up to the size of a sandwich. But when you need it, it opens up into a lifesaver. You hit the duty-free a little too hard. No problem. Quickly pull out the bag, stuff your extras in, and carry it on as your personal item. As long as it fits under the seat, no one bats an eye. I've used this trick flying back from Tokyo. My main suitcase was bursting with gifts, snacks, and an ill-advised number of gachapon toys. Whipped out my foldable tote, slid it under the seat, and breezed through boarding like I had it all planned, which technically I did. No extra fees, no gate representative side-eye, just smooth flying. So next time you pack, toss one in. It weighs almost nothing, but might save you a checked bag fee, a zipper blowout, or that awkward shuffle where you're wearing 2 jackets just to make space. Trying to fall asleep on a plane can feel like chasing a unicorn. The lights are too bright. The engine's humming. Someone behind you keeps tapping your seat. And that neck pillow, it's not helping. Turns out there is a combo that helps. And it doesn't involve prescription meds. Valerian root and ASMR. Valerian is a natural herb used for centuries to calm the nervous system. You can find it as a tea or in capsule form at most drugstores. It won't knock you out cold, but it smooths out anxiety and quiets that restless, jittery feeling that creeps in mid-flight. Now, pair that with ASMR, those soft whispery sounds or rhythmic tapping videos people either love or don't get at all. And with noise-cancelling headphones, a good playlist, and a blackout sleep mask to block cabin light, your brain shifts into full wind-down mode. The move is simple. Pop a valerian capsule about 30 to 60 minutes before your flight. Then cue up your favorite ASMR video once you're seated. Rain sounds, brushing noises, even someone gently explaining how to fold towels. It's oddly hypnotic. Before you know it, your eyelids feel heavy, your shoulders relax, and the cabin quietly transforms. The flight feels peaceful. Best part, no grogginess when you land. Just a more rested, less cranky version of you, ready to hit the ground running. Music, you've probably been told this 100 times. Label your bag with your name and address in case it gets lost. Sounds responsible, right? Not anymore. Because in 2025, writing your home address on a luggage tag is basically an open invitation for the wrong person to know you're not home. And yes, there have been actual cases of burglaries that started with someone reading a tag at the airport. Think about it. You're standing in line. Your suitcase is right there. Tag swinging in plain sight. All it takes is one glance for someone to know who you are, where you live, and that you're clearly on your way out of town. That's not a lost and found solution. It's a security risk. So, what should you write instead? Your name, a phone number, maybe an email address. That's it. Enough for someone to contact you if your bag goes missing without giving away your front door. Or go one better. Use a smart luggage tag with a QR code that links to a secure contact page. No address, no oversharing, and you can update it anytime. Because if your bag ever decides to take its own vacation, the last thing you want is for it to give away the keys to your castle. There's a simple way to avoid travel meltdowns before they even start. Fly early. Morning flights are your best shot at leaving on time, arriving on time, and avoiding the domino effect of delays that stack up throughout the day. One late departure at 8 a.m. can ripple across dozens of flights after it, especially at major hubs like Chicago, Atlanta, or JFK. But early flights, they're usually sitting on the tarmac already cleaned, fueled, and waiting from the night before. Less traffic, shorter lines, smoother skies. And here's a perk people often overlook. Early flights are the cleanest flights. That's the one time the cabin's been freshly wiped, the bathrooms restocked, and the crumbs from yesterday actually vacuumed up. Plus, fares are often cheaper, especially midweek, and airports are quieter, which makes everything feel less chaotic. Sounds great until you realize it only works if you're flying from home or staying nearby. Because if you're in a new city, that 6 a.m. flight often comes with a catch of its own, a $200 hotel bill just to be close enough to make it on time. Want to score a better deal on your next flight? It's not just about the destination, it's about when you book. According to travel pros at Google Flights and Hopper, the cheapest days to buy plane tickets are usually Tuesday and Wednesday. Airlines often launch fare discounts on Monday nights, and by Tuesday morning, competitors adjust their prices to match. That's your sweet spot. Miss Tuesday? Don't worry, Wednesday's a close second. It's one of the least busy booking days, so airlines quietly drop fares to encourage purchases. Add in the fact that flying on Tuesdays, Wednesdays, or Saturdays also tends to be cheaper, and you've got yourself a winning combo. It's not a magic rule, but it works more often than not. Of course, holiday seasons, school breaks, and big events can throw prices into chaos. That's why smart travelers use tools like Google Flights or Hopper to track fare trends and set alerts. Bottom line, the day you hit book matters. Choose the right one and you could save enough for a nice dinner. Booked right now. Reward yourself with sushi. If you've been dreaming of a getaway but dreading sky-high airfare, here's a little-known sweet spot. August. Yep, August. Even though it's smack in the middle of summer and sounds like peak travel season, it's actually the cheapest month to fly. According to the latest data from Expedia, flights in August can cost up to 12% less for domestic trips and around 7% less for international ones compared to the priciest months of the year. So, what's the catch? It comes down to timing. In the US, kids are heading back to school. In Europe, locals in countries like France and Italy are off on their own vacations. And in many destinations, August also brings peak heat, which nudges demand just low enough to bring prices down. It's a perfect storm of quiet demand, tucked inside a month people assume is expensive. So, if you're flexible and want to travel smarter, aim for late summer. You'll beat the crowds, stretch your budget, and maybe even snag a better seat with cash to spare for gelato. Music, you've heard it 1,000 times. Please place your smaller items under the seat in front of you. And sure, it's standard procedure, but what they don't tell you, that spot might be the worst place for your bag. The carpet down there, it's a graveyard of crumbs, coffee stains, bathroom splashes, and whatever else has been tracked in from terminals across the globe. And yet, that's where your bag ends up, absorbing it all. There's also the theft factor. On overnight flights in the dark, it's not unheard of for someone to quietly slide a bag out from under a neighboring seat. If your passport or phone is in there, you might not realize it's missing until landing. Even without theft, a loose zipper or sudden jolt can send small items rolling deep into row 23. Still, that undereat spot has one big advantage. It guarantees you won't be fighting for overhead space or risk a last-minute gate check. So, the real question is, how do you make it safer? Pack smart. Slip your backpack or tote inside a large plastic liner before tucking it under the seat. It keeps the grime out. And for anything you'll need mid-flight, stash it in your jacket's inner pockets. Headphones, snacks, meds, even a charger. That way, you're not bending down mid-flight or worrying about forgotten items left behind in a dark cabin. We wipe our hands, our tray tables, even our phone screens, but somehow forget the dirtiest part of all, our suitcase wheels. They roll through bathroom floors, sidewalk grime, mystery airport spills, and then head straight into hotel rooms, bedrooms, sometimes even onto the bed. Just keep a pack of disinfecting wipes in your outer pocket. Give the wheels a quick wipe after every trip. And while you're at it, wipe down the whole case before you throw it on the bed to unpack. 30 seconds. Less bacteria, way better sleep. So, there you have it. Flight tricks no one puts on a boarding pass. But once you know them, you'll never travel the same way again. From sneaky shuttle hacks and secret security lanes to why August is your new favorite travel month, these little moves add up to smoother trips, smaller bills, and way fewer surprises at 35,000 feet. If this video gave you even one new tip, consider giving it a like or sharing it with that friend who always overpacks and still forgets a charger. And tell me in the comments, what's your favorite airport in the world? I'd honestly love to know. Thanks for flying with us. See you in the next one.